everyone. So you know that every day I have the intention to discuss about the different types of political ideology, social ideology, or the social phenomenon of our society. But in today's discussion, I'll discuss about the moral policing. So, what do you mean by the moral policing, and what is the effect of the moral policing in our common society and in our society's practice? Moral policing is that this is some of the standards of the society, and the common people they will definitely follow the strategies, definitely follow the moral principles in the society, rather establishing the state-based principle and the state-based society directed by the government itself. That means our society has some examples and saint and some effective principles. So all the social peoples and the social philosophers they will much more concerned, they will have faith on that strategies and the principles. This is called as the moral policing. And why moral policing is literally important for our society. So in my previous videos, I have discussed many times custom is a very good source in interpreting the social discourse and the social phenomenon. And moral policing definitely depend on the custom. Custom means some of the basic practice which has been seen in our social practice and the social context from the very beginning of the society and the society's activities. But I will not go through the debate of whether custom is established or custom is made, but my radical answer is that custom is the part and parcel of our society. When custom has a effective values in developing the society's sense and society's benefits for the future, strategies for the future time. So that I have already mentioned, custom has three effects over the society. First of all, the peaceful people of the society they have a faith on the customs because custom is ongoing from the very beginning of the society's commencement or the society's starting point. The second vision is that literally custom has a very good effect in interpreting the social phenomenon, social problem, social good effect, even the sociology. Most of the philosophers said that custom is basically the first law of the society. For example, in the present generations, people are totally depend on the state-based laws, but in the previous time, the people totally depend on the custom-based law. What do you mean by the custom? Custom is a practice of the society that is literally ongoing from the very uncertain period of the commencement of the society. The third reason is that why actually custom is important. From the practice of the custom and the customary related activities, it will gradually make the independence of the society's people. The society's people think that if they follow the custom, the customary principles in their common lifestyle, in their present lifestyle, that has a very good effect over the society's moral value and the moral principles. For these reasons, moral policing as and the customary practicing of the moral policing has a very good view over the society. So when we can introduce the moral policing, so from the legal perspective, because I'm the legal entrepreneur or more even I'm the advocate, so I have to say that custom as the practice of the customary conscience, moral policing is invalid. Moral policing is immoral according to the laws and the legal philosophy, because you can't take the law in your hand for establishing the rights, duties, and the peaceful means over the society. Definitely, you have to depend on the government, you have to depend on the law enforcement agencies, and whenever you will make a petition to the law enforcement agencies, and then the law enforcement agencies will take the effective measures for establishing the peace, sustainability, and justice for the society, and they know who is literally best, who is literally important for the society's practice and the social capability. But whenever you are taking the laws in your own hand, then inherently you are violating the social norms, social practicing. So that I have already mentioned, custom reshapes the society from the very uncertainty period of time. But there are some big problems of the customs also. Sometimes custom can be practicing against the law and legal philosophy. So in that schedule, it is totally indifferent, and shape the apathetic activities over the society. For example, before 150 years ago, there was a custom in the Hindu civilization. This is called as the Shotidah Protha, and Shotida Protha is one of the bad customs of the Hindu customary practice. That means whenever your husband has gone or dead, then you have to also die without any kind of justification, without any kind of rectification, because you have to die because this is the social customary practicing or the moral policing over the society or for the society. This is only for the social development, because the social practitioners, they believe that whenever the ancestor of the husband or ancestor of the wife is existing after the death of the husband, he or she can introduce the malefied activities or the malefied things. So this is literally so much ineffective and immoral practice over the society. And in that practice, I would like to thank Lord Bentinko for removing the social practicing from our society. So moral policing is literally immoral, indifferent against the law, only for the three perspectives. The first perspective is that it is directly against the philosophy of legal practice and the legal customary practice, because this is crystal and clear said that the police and the law enforcement agencies, they will implement the laws for the development of the societies. The second reason is that sometimes moral policing definitely create the injustice among the peoples of the society. So whenever the people have intention to establish their social justice or the moral justice, then there no need of moral policing. They can totally depend on the religious or the state-based practice and the legal issues. The third reason is that whenever you will take the laws in your own hand, that will definitely recreate the injustice mechanism in the society. So from giving up from the problem very beginning, we have to much more aware and educative about the moral policing, because this is literally important for all the peoples who are existing in the society, that moral policing will never make any kind of sense in the society and the society's practice. So having lots of initiatives has taken through, our government has failed to establish the culture against the moral philosophy and the moral practicing. For example, a young boy whose age is 17 years or the 18 years old, he can uh, make his hair so long, so there is no problem. But according to the moral policing, the common people will red-handed the boy, and the common people will cut the hair of the boy. This is not the practice, because this is against the philosophy of the personal liberty and the personal independence. So every people has personal liberty and the personal independence. So whenever you are denying the personal liberty and the personal choice